girls, and it's official. Kelly Bishop, aka Emily Gilmore, is going to be at the FanFest Society. What does this mean? What is FanFest Society? Who am I? And do you like Gilmore Girls? Because if you do, stick around. And if you don't, I'm sure you know someone that might want to know this information. So please add it to your favorites and share it with them. And touch the screen if you've heard this before. Hi, I'm Valerie Campbell. I was the key set costumer on Gilmore Girls and the costume supervisor for a year in the life. I share a lot of fun facts from behind the scenes, which are only possible when you engage with this video when it hits your FYP. Give me a follow over here and over on YouTube to catch the ones that don't hit your FYP. So what's FanFest? Who else is going to be there? And would you like to know some fun facts about some of the actors that are going to be attending? Because I'm going to share that with you right now. This feels very Brady Bunch. Speaking of Brady, Cindy Brady, aka Tana, who is Rory's roommate at Yale, will be at this year's FanFest. Olivia Eris Alvarado, who played Caesar, will be there. And if you didn't know, watch the episode where Dean goes to the Chilton dance. And you might, if you freeze it at the right moment, you might just notice him sitting down behind them as they're fighting. Nick Holmes, who played Robert Grimaldi, part of the Life and Death Brigade, will be there, I'm sure, telling stories about the paintball scene. Fun fact, did you know that he was hired because of his skills as a marksman? Shelley Cole, one half of Madeline and Louise. Fun fact about her, she kept her Chilton uniform. What outfit would you have wanted to keep from the show? Stan Zimmerman, one of our writers from season 5, will be there talking all about season 5 and his experiences working behind the scenes. Fun fact about Stan, I never met Stan. Never met him. He was always back, squirreled away in the writer's office. So I only met him during the very first Gilmore Girl Fan Fest, which we did with the FanFest Society in 2016. Just below him is George Bell. Now, George Bell, I've talked about him before. He was our dialogue coach, but he also played a few roles on Gilmore Girls. A lot of small, tiny roles, and Professor Bell. Now, Professor Bell had a lot of dialogue, and they didn't give him that dialogue to memorize until the very night before filming. Can you imagine memorizing those scripts the night before? Actually, scratch that. I think that was the morning. Vanessa Morano. Now, you might hate on April, which you shouldn't because she's a child. Vanessa Morano is like the sweetest, nicest human being. And I remember when she was just a kid, because she literally was a teenager when she started Gilmore Girls. Her and her little sister, Laura Morano, who was Allie on Austin and Allie, would hang out in the trailer. But this was before either of them were known for their other roles. Emily Kuroda, aka Mrs. Kim. What can I tell you about Emily that you might not know? Can't tell you that story. I mean, it's just not my story to tell, but Holmes might tell that story. Or maybe Emily Kuroda will tell that story again, because she has shared it at FanFest before, and it is quite fun. Kathleen Wilhoit. Now, this is something you guys have asked me for years and years and years. At one of the FanFests, I actually asked her, why do you only wear one earring? And you know what she said? She said, because when she was a teenager, she only did one ear. That was it. No conspiracy. That was it. I totally thought it was because her ear had split open and she had some magic. No, it was because she had only had one ear pierced. See if you can guess who this last guy is. On the very tippy top, we have Matt Newton. Matt Newton played Jack. Now, probably still not ringing a bell, but if you remember that scene where Lorelai and Rory go to the Harvard alumnus house, I don't know if I'm saying that right, let me know in the comments if I'm not, and they are, meet the kids, and the kids are playing tennis, and they come in, and that scene, and then she goes upstairs, and the girl's changing into the bunny outfit. Yeah, that one. That was the son, played Jack. Fun fact about Matt, he grew up in Guilford, Connecticut, where the FanFest Society event is being held this year. If you'd like to come, let me know in the comments, and also let me know what ice cream I should make.